Hey, how you guys doing? It's Diplex here again, and welcome to my 6th Q&A video here on YouTube. I used to do these more frequently. I think I even did like 3 in 1 month before, back in 2011. And I stopped doing them. I don't know why. I thought I had every single question answered, but seeing as it's been a year and 10 days since I made my last one, that was the 17th of January, and it's the 27th today, I figured that perhaps a few questions have arisen to your mind, and I don't know, you might want to have them answered. So here I am, open to you. And if you want to ask me more questions, and if you haven't already done so, then your chance isn't gone. There will be more. Just go ahead and head over to my Facebook page and like my page and ask away once I ask you to ask away. I won't answer random comments. I'll have sessions like these, perhaps monthly, so all your questions will be answered. So, we'll begin with the first question. Oh, and before we begin, the game in the background is Running with Rifles, by the way. It's really fun. It's an indie game that I picked up for not too long ago, and it's fun. Undoubtedly, it is really fun. And you can play it online with many players. You can have like 600 players in the game. Not online, but like with bots and everything. And I think there might even be some mods for it. I think this one tries and sort of recreate a German invasion of America. There's like this American suburb, and you have these German troops. I don't know where else they would be, but yeah, that could be it. I think there's like a Vietnam War mod or stuff like that. There's tons of cool things for it. Anyways, we're gonna start with the questions straight away, and I will try and answer absolutely every question, unless they're like out of the roof, fucking insanely bad. All right. Connor Forbes begin with, "Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm a bit cold, but I'm good for the moment, thank you." Michael Dogi Ainge. Yeah, by the way, sorry if I do pronounce your words wrong. There might be like Ainge or Douge, I don't know. Michael Doogie Ainge. I'll stick with that. How many fingers am I holding up? Can't really tell. None. Alright, it's very clever. Don't worry, these dumbhead questions won't be reappearing. How many languages do you speak? See, that's an intellectual one. I speak 3 languages, or 2.5: Swedish, English, and half German, kind of. That's what I had to say. And then there's a name here that's in Russian that looks like Siteba o Okhobnyh. Siteba Okhobnyh. Alright, so I can't really read that. But he asked me in English, thank God, will you do Stalker Let's Play or Age of Empires 2? I have Stalker. Stalker's cool. I might do a Stalker Let's Play on one of the Stalker games. We'll see. And Age of Empires 2, I don't think that runs on my computer. It would have to be like Age of Empires 3. Sorry, I've actually tried, and it does not work on Windows 7 64-bit. It could be a fix for it. Jamie Quinn, any chance of a How to Play Hearts of Iron 3 for Dummies? Definitely. My next campaign after my German one will be like a tutorial campaign. So I'm going to play a pretty basic country with a pretty basic future and just do basic thing. Christopher Kilcullen, do you play League of Legends? And if you do, I think he meant, will you post it? I play League of Legends, but no, I won't post any of those MOBA Fire games, really. I play Dota 2 as well. I mean, there's so many games I play. I play any game out there, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Dota, LoL. I even played some WoW, you know. But, I mean, my channel has grown into some sort of a strategy channel, so I'll probably stick with it. It's true, though. You're either a first-person shooter, or you're a strategy, or you're like a indie, or you're like a, you know, like so many channels take a path, and you know, I upload what I want, but I want you guys to be happy as well, so I probably won't upload any League of Legends. Pauli Kukkonen, must be Finnish guy, because Kukkonen and kuk in Swedish means cock, so I don't think that'd be too pleasant. Anyways, Pauli Kukkonen, do you like surströmming? Yeah, no, I haven't tasted surströmming. God damn it. I heard it's nasty, and back in my country place, my father used to open up these cans, and they smelled fucking horribly. You had to stand like 100 meters away from the house, because it smelled fucking death. I haven't tried it, but I know people like pinch their nose, so like
they speak like this, and then they eat it because they don't want to smell it.
But it might be good. I'll try it sometimes. All right, Joachim Westin. Sometimes I'll probably pronounce the Swedish or Scandinavian names in a sort of an English way. So yeah, excuse me. He asks me, pizza versus tacos versus Nords versus orcs. So pizza versus tacos, I'm gonna have to go with pizza on that. Nords versus orcs, I'm gonna have to go with Nords on that as well. I think orcs are pretty cool. They're pretty badass. They're like the coolest fictional creature there is. But Nords, I don't know. I gotta say Nords there, to be honest. And overall, pizza versus Nords, I don't know. I like eating, so I'm gonna have to put pizza on that one. Dan Elazana Hardy, what is life? If you said yes, then what is wife? Yes isn't, you can't answer with a yes or no on what is life. But okay, do you agree with, or well, he brings us to the other question, which is probably his main thing here. Do you agree or disagree with banning certain guns in America? After answering this, do you agree with gay marriage? These things need answered. We'll begin with the probably something that shouldn't affect others, yet they think it's so damn fucking important. Yeah, I agree with gay marriage. I don't think it's anyone's else business what they do, and if you're really that homophobic, don't let them get too close to you, and you'll be perfectly fine. Trust me, they don't bite. My cousin is homosexual, and he does not bite, trust me. So they can do whatever they want. Homosexuals can do whatever they want, like us heterosexuals can do whatever they want, or etc. It is totally up to them, and I'm all for it. Let them do whatever the fuck they want. It does not harm me in any way. So we'll go to the other one, which is probably a bit more tense and discussed about now. I'm not American, but I have fired firearms several times, from small arms to Thompson submachine guns. I wonder, have you? Maybe you haven't. 357s, Colt 45s, you name it. I mean, of course, you'll have hunting rifles, and you'll have shotguns for hunting. There's a lot of people hunting. There's such a big hunting areas, and hunting is a really big part of North America, you know, like Sweden as well. Sweden has the 10th highest gun ratio per citizens, I think. We scored really high, but all those guns are up there in the north. So what I think is that, yeah, I mean, I can't really say disallow guns or allow guns, but it's true though. Guns sort of help mad people carry through what they want to carry through, and if you put a gun in a insane person's head, he'll most likely have a more successful time in doing what he's what he wants to do, rather said. So let's say he you know, it'll be more. I can't really answer that, but I think some guns, automatic rifles, do you need them for hunting? Sure, they're fun to shoot, but can't you go to like shooting grounds or something? I don't know. I think what they have to do is not to ban guns, but they have to ban certain people from buying guns. They have to have way more stricter checkups. They have to see if there's a previous crime record. They have to do this and that. You want to buy an AR-15? Okay, who the fuck's buying this AR-15? Is this psycho from, you know, down the mental hospital, or is this someone else? Average Joe who likes to fire guns, because there's so many gun owners in America, and there's so many people who will never do anything wrong with them, but there's this odd case here and there that will go nuts and shoot 20 people in a school. So, you know, Sweden here, you can't literally own one of those rifles, but then again, our population is smaller, but we've like never had a school shooting. So yeah, of course it's not impossible for bad guys to get guns. Anyways, I'm drifting away with this question too much. I'm like 5 questions in on 10 minutes already. That doesn't do it. Paul Edward, I hope that answered your question though, Dan. Paul Edward Davison, do you even lift? Yeah. And Dan asks, do you even thrift? I don't even know what thrift means. Thrift means a savings and loan association in the United States. I don't know. I don't get myself involved with that. Ben Pugh, do you know anything about the Anzacs? Yeah, I know about the Anzacs. It's the Australian New Zealand Army Corps, and they fought for the Commonwealth in World War I and World War II and all that in Africa and etc. etc. Yeah, I know them. I know what they are. Alex Bartley, Is there any chance of you playing as the British in any more? Yes, there is, because I really do want to do this because I really, 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 really want to do this because, like, I did a peninsular campaign, and that peninsular campaign didn't end in the best way, if you know what I mean. So I kind of really just want to cover up for that and do one. So yeah, you will. There's a very big chance or possibility that that will appear in a very, very near future. Okay, Ben Russell asks me the MM or NW. I gotta say MM. The best time I had in that community overall was in MM, I think. Yeah, I gotta say so. Yeah, I think a lot of people agree with me. Marius Bremen, what does a Sweden think about Germans and Swiss people? Okay, so a Sweden doesn't really mind German nor Swiss people. I think I don't, definitely. I think they're cool. I've been in both countries, and they're really nice. Perhaps there's a bit of a dry humor in Germany, but a bit of a rotten cheese in Switzerland. I don't know, stereotypes. God damn it, they surround us, don't they? But no, it's definitely not. Why? I don't see why we would mind them, but we like them. Gardar Junior Helgason, what do you think? What do you use to record your Let's Plays? I'm new on YouTube and I'm thinking of starting a Let's Play of Mountain Blade Warband. Can you help me, please? I use Fraps, and you can buy that for $20, or you can download it off some site like me, and you will have a perfect recording device that is really easy to use. It couldn't get any fucking easier to use. And then I use Sony Vegas to render that, because you get really big file sizes. You can use Live Movie Maker to edit and render it as well, and then you can upload it. Derry Smith, does your family come from Sweden? Plus, what countries have you been to? Oh, this is going to be a long one. Yeah, my family is mainly from Sweden. My grandfather is Canadian, and my grandmother's is kind of like German, so they're Walloner. Walloner were basically smiths who came in, or I think they were blacksmiths who came in. I'm gonna have to Google that straight away while I'm sitting here. Yeah, they're smithies, and they came to Sweden. Yeah, it's quite cool, and it was during the 1700s, so it's quite a few generations back. Countries I've been to. Let's begin from the west, being the United States. I've been there twice. Let's move further east. I've been to France several times. I've been to Germany several times. I've been in Holland. I've been in Switzerland. I've been in Italy several times. I've been in Greece several times. I've been in Croatia. I've been in Montenegro. I've been in Egypt. I've been in the list goes on. I've been further east. It's Thailand, but I'm kind of a main European guy. I like France. I like gastronomy. I like all that stuff. And Switzerland's a nice place as well. A lot of skiing in the Alps. That's definitely been one of my main things to do now. Okay, so we are continuing. Let me see here. Nicholas Bermudez, what is your favorite historical military unit and why? My favorite historical military unit has got to be, like, if this is a regiment or a division or a type of division. He meant regiment. Regiment, I'd say favorite historical regiment. I gotta say the 14th Brooklyn, 14th New York State Militia. They're so cool. They have the coolest uniforms out there, hands down. They have such a cool history. It's like they were meant to do some insane shit. I mean, they held hospitals with wounded people in them and all that for hours and days. And they were Lincoln's bodyguard whenever he was in town. They protected him, and they were in almost every big engagement out there. I think they were really cool. Yeah, I'm going to say the 14th New York State Militia, 14th Brooklyn, that I portray in North and South. So, Zachary Beach, are you going to be the Romans first for Let's Play Rome 2? I'm probably going to have like 2 or 3 Let's Plays at the same time of that, like Romans, Carthaginians. I just want to spam shit out there, and that's how I run it. So I'm probably going to be playing everything at the same time. Misael Agosto. What is your favorite time period? Favorite time period is 1790 to 1815. Napoleonic Wars is my favorite time period. I like the uniforms. I like the battles. I like the people. I think it's the most glorious, and it's the last honorable and fashionable war period that we have in our times. After that war, shit got gruesome. But yeah, Napoleonic Wars definitely. Could you tell us when this will be out? Yeah, this will be out today. Yeah. West Whig Baldy, Brits or Americans? I'm not gonna say anything to that. You know, British people and Americans are my biggest viewers. So whenever we get into something like this, they're gonna start arguing with each other. I like both equally much. Trust me, equally much. Diplex. No, that's myself. Samuel Fry. What is it like to live in a constitutional monarchy, and how is it different from a democracy? It's no different, really. I live in a constitutional monarchy, but our king doesn't do shit. He does shit. He's nice. I don't mind him. I'm a bit of a royalist, but I honestly think that there's no difference, really. We have a parliament. We have we vote for different parties. Like we have many different ones, and then they form a government with the rest, and with them in the lead, and the king doesn't really interfere. So I think Sweden has like a very, very good and modern way of looking at a way to run a country. I really approve of it, and I'm really happy with it. I'm sort of good that it's not a dictatorship or any other kind of a voting system. It works really well, and I think we run with the same way most of the Scandinavian and European countries, most of them, that is. And the king, once again, he costs a bit of money to maintain the castle and all, but he doesn't really. He brings in more, you know, all the Asian tourists that come in that never had a king, and all the Americans and all the Russians and everything. People like to see the king, so. In the castle, it's a bit of an old view if you never had a king, for an example. So it's definitely cool, and I don't mind it at all. Aguila, probably pronounced that wrong. Out of all the Let's Plays you've done, which is your favorite? My favorite Let's Play must be like one of my first Fallout Let's Plays. That was really fun. This is a hard one. I really liked my French Napoleonic campaign. That one was beast. I think everyone liked that, the French Napoleonic campaign. That one was really cool. Got tons of views. So many people watched that. I'm like, ooh, that's surprising. And PR is fun to do as well. I don't do much PR anymore, but I will. But it was a good time. Austin Foley. What do you think about Braveheart, and what is your favorite faction to play as an Empire? I'm starting a campaign, and I would love your answer. My favorite faction to play as an Empire is the British, because the British have redcoats and, I don't know, redcoats and shit. That's cool. I like them. They're on an island, sort of, and they can easily invade France, and they kind of stay safe. You know, they have a big fleet. They have colonial power or colonial territories everywhere. I would definitely have to say the British in Empire Total War. I think about Braveheart. I think, yeah, Braveheart's good. It's one of Mel Gibson's good movies. He hasn't. Patriot was okay, but it was a bit cheesy, you know. But I liked it. Okay, Matthew Wild. Favorite faction to join in Hearthstone? Or to play, I guess he meant. To join. Definitely Axis. They lost, but damn, isn't it funnier changing history than reliving it? I think it's funnier changing history, so I always try and root for the Axis. Nick Bon. But I always get sad when they win. Like, when they take all Russia, I'm like, fuck, what have I done? I'm a horrible person. Nick Bonfiglio. Will you play Rome 2 Total War? Yeah, of course. That's not even a question. I was like, what the hell is this? Is this like a tricky question or some paradox? I don't know. No, of course. I'll play Rome Total War. I'll play so much. I'll be the #1 source for Rome Total War. You worry. Joe Shales. How hard is it to learn English? No, I didn't really remember learning English. A lot of people in Sweden probably struggle with it, but Sweden is such a sort of internet-based country, and we are very international, so overall Europe, really. I think, I'm going to be honest, I don't want to say anything bad about any other European countries, but I think the further down south you go to Italy, Germany, and France, you'll see that they're a bit less open to English. At least that's what I've experienced when I've been there. But Sweden, no, it wasn't hard at all, I've got to say. Grant Olsen asks me, what is your PC specs? I can name a few quickly, but you'll find the full spec list on my channel on the right side. I've got a 2 GTX 680 Phantoms from Gameboard. I've got a 3930K on a Asus 4 or 5 Extreme motherboard. So that's just a quick one. James Hall, will you play me in Rome? Yeah, I can play you, man. I can play you. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'll play people. I'll definitely play people. I will be online in a lot of games, so you can probably catch me online. Callum Truman, what is your interest outside YouTube/gaming, and also what type of music do you listen to? This is interesting. My interest outside gaming is I play guitar. I like to go to movies. I like to be try hard in school, even though that doesn't work. I generally go to school. I don't have that many interests. I'm just an average dude. I do everything that comes around. I listen to music. I go to movies. I do schoolwork, and I go out and get myself. You've seen that champagne video. That was I don't know. A bit of a junkie, but that's about it really. There's not many other interests that I have or hobbies. I'm just an average nut right now. Timmy Eisenhower, can I play you on Mountain Blade Warband? You can, but it would be way easier if you joined up with one of the clans or regiments I'm playing with. That's one way to actually get connected with me. A lot of people like join the 14th block and they've been asking me like, I want to play with you, Diplex, and they join in, and I'm just sitting there casually, just like, that's me. I'm no different from anyone else. That's what people like to think, though, that I'm this kind of colonel that people whisper about, and they'll see me just walking past the tent, and then I'll never appear in a line battle. But I'm as close to my main as a close man can get. John Davis, what favorite philosopher? I'm gonna say Voltaire. If he's now as if he's a definitely Voltaire. He was a good philosopher. He had the good. He was, Napoleonic sort of there, and just like, like he said, the God is on the side. God is not on the side of the big battalions, but on the best shots. So that's one of my favorite things he said. I took that straight off Sharp, of course. Matthew Montemore, on Hearts of Iron 3, would you be up for a giant subscriber game on it? I could, but Hearts of Iron 3 is such a tricky game because they're gonna have checksums and they're gonna have this and then. It's gonna be hard. I'll try. I might be able to work something out when I get the time. It'll definitely be a weekend, and we might get like 16 players or something like that. I think that's the max. Not sure, but Hearts of Iron 3 is a tricky game to sort of arrange online, but we'll see. I like the idea. Paul Galenko, what genre of music do you prefer? I listen literally to all kinds of music. It's if I open my Spotify here and I click my start, my track here, there's some dubstep, there's some rap, there's some indie, there's some metalcore, there's some blues, there's some Red Army Choir music, there is Bloody Lamb of God, there's George Baker selection, Steeler Wheel, Sahara Hot Nights, Korn, Ozzy Osbourne, you name it. Like there's a fucking T.I., Chromeo, Rage Against the Machine, Danzig, Raging more, some Guns N' Roses, came on Kirk, Maceo and the Max. That's like some British funk from the 80s. I don't know. Tom Petty, Kool and the Gang, everything. New Order, you name it. There's so much. Talking Heads, Alice in Chains, Caius, Pinkertones. They're nice. Audioslave. There's so much things. It's very, 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 very mixed. Hope that answers your question. Samuel Fry. Also, do you ever had Mountain Dew? Yes, I have. And I like it. And I don't think it's better than Trocadero. I'm sorry. I think Mountain Dew is kind of like more of a limey mix between 7-Up and Sprite. Milan Fondavida. What is your first video? Or what was your first video you uploaded, and what's your favorite Total War game? Including Rome Total War 2. You can't really say that because barely anyone's actually played it. It'll be a hard question. I'd have to say that Napoleon Total War is my favorite Total War game this far. I just like the time period. It kind of says it. And my favorite... Sorry, I just lost your question there. Favorite video... Well, first video was actually a Call of Duty commentary on Black Ops 1, where I killed like 120 people and died 5 times because I was such a beast in that game. But then I was like, no, this is not working out. I deleted those videos. So my first one would be Becoming Shogun for Total War. Yeah. Or Shogun 2 Total War. Evan Ward, Sweden versus Norway, modern day, no outside international interference, who wins? Well, if I'm going to be honest, keep an eye on global firepower, which roughly sort of sums up the world's military power. In fact, I'll go there right now. But if I'll give it out of a tactical view, and then out of like a heartly view, or what I think. Sweden's army comes in at the 25th, while Norwegian army comes in at the 42nd, followed by Denmark at 44th and Finland at 45th. So, and this is ranking with the United States and then Russia, China, India, UK, France, Germany, South Korea, Italy, Brazil. It goes on. Anyways, if I'm gonna just read out here, apparently Sweden has currently, we'll go with the active, not like reserve, because Sweden has so many more, no, like double the amount of population almost, so we'll have like obviously more people. The active frontline personnel 25,000 and active reserve personnel 60,000. We have 280 tanks, 6,000 armored fighting vehicles. We have 3,000 logistical vehicles. We have almost 570 aircraft, 100 helicopters. We got 18 destroyers, 13 corvettes, 12 submarines. We have a pretty good, fit military for that. Problem is we don't have any oil production. We have zero. Norway has. Defense budget is what seems to be almost $6 billion, which is like a 120th of America's $700 billion budget, which is insane. But that's what it seems to be. No, actually, wait. This is more than that. Is it billion? Yeah, it's $5,960,000,000. Right. So that gave you a fair estimate. And if I look at Norway here quickly, they have 26,000 and 56,000. So they're active military. They actually have more active frontline personnel. But their population is half, so they have 1.7 million men fit for service, while Sweden has double that. But so the active and reserve is about the same. They only have 52 tanks, which is like a fourth or fifth of Sweden. They have way less armored fighting vehicles. They only have 634, while we had almost 6,000. Did we really have 6,000? That's insane. Way less aircrafts, around a fifth or a fourth of our aircrafts, around a third of our helicopters. They've got loads of coastal warfares, but they've got 0 corvettes, 0 destroyers. They've got only 5 frigates and 6 submarines. They have an insane oil production, and their defense budget is actually $1 billion or so, a bit more higher than Sweden. But if I'm going to have to say, if it was a quick war without any sort of exhaustion, I think Sweden would win, seeing as we have such a big air force for being a fairly small country. That we would probably be able to win through air superiority, which is a very big key to fighting today. Anyways, so let's move on to Adam Merrick. This is not an answer, only big thanks for your awesome LPs, thank you. I watch every LP since first showing to vid, so I hope you will continue in what you are doing. Thank you, Adam Merrick. I will definitely continue doing that. And it's really good to hear it. I don't get to hear it too often. Well, a lot of people say it's nice to know, but yeah, thank you a lot. Yuki Olson asks me what happened to the 79th. The 79th got disbanded after 2 months of active service, and it turned into the 33rd, which later got disbanded for two months active service to be the 63E that I had for a very long time. That was very fun. Not a very long time, but a fairly long time. But then I left it, or it's still up there. It's not disbanded, and I joined the 91st, which I've been in now for 5 months due to a lot of schoolwork, and leading a regiment takes a lot of your time. So I didn't have time for it, simple as. Connor Regan, do you think Swedish girls are the hottest in the world? Definitely. And he says I should also do Stalker Let's Play. Yeah. Yes, on both of the things. I'll probably do a Stalker Let's Play. It's a cool game. I might just jump on Stalker. You never know. Thritien Tran. I don't know what kind of name that is. That's kind of interesting. Thritien Tran. Where are you from, buddy? It says Eric. Okay, it might just be Eric. I'll call you Eric. He asks me, what did you do with your old PC? I sold it to be able to partially afford the new one. And will you do a Rome Total Realism? Yeah, I think I will. A guy named Sean, that I have a discussion with on Twitter often, asked me to actually do this. So, or he sent me a link to it and all, and I've gotten fairly interested in it. I think I'll do a Rome Total Realism 7 Let's Play. If I'm gonna do a Rome Let's Play, that is. Short van den Bos. How did you start your career, and do you have any tips? 5 most important things on YouTube that will get you viewers, and that will get you sort of a success in different ratios. 1, constant uploading. Don't go on YouTube and upload a video and then wait 2 weeks and upload another video. No one will subscribe, because what's the point of being subscribed if you don't upload often? Second of all, good microphone quality and good sound quality and good video quality. Quality. 720p videos at least. Record and upload in 720p. That is the way to go. People are gonna get people are gonna get bitchy if it ain't that, and you know, like me, I even had HD in the end of my name, so I gotta do something like that. It's gotta be HD involved, even though YouTube takes time processing. People complain, but you definitely have to have 720p. 3, do good games. Don't jump on like fucking Counter-Strike 1.6, which was like released 10 years ago or something. Do somewhat popular games if you want a good start. Like, I wouldn't say that Minecraft and Call of Duty ought to give you more success because it's so many viewers. But jump in on maybe some Rome Total War, some casual games. Just jump on, start make some videos, connect with people. Ask small-time YouTubers like yourself, do you want to make a double commentary or something, and you'll rise in subscribers, and then you can contact other bigger. It's kind of like a Grand Theft Auto here. You climb in the career here. It's that's about the tips I have. I can't remember any other, but remember those, and you ought to do fine. Alexander Nordstrom, what do you think about the gun laws in America? Well, we discussed this earlier, and I think the gun laws in America needs to be. I don't say remove guns, because I like guns. I like to shoot guns. It's funny. You can be the biggest pacifist there is, but guns are funny to shoot. They sound funny. they feel funny. They're cool. Simple as. I can't deny it. It is too fun to be true. Anyways, having that said, yeah, straighten them up. Make sure that the right people get the right guns, not the wrong people with the wrong guns. Sak El Machachi, do you like football? If so, what team do you support and why? The only team I support in football is Sweden. I don't watch any like Premier League or Champions League or any of that stuff. I guess whatever Zlatan's in, really. He's kind of cool, to be honest. He did an amazing goal off the half court, I think, once, which was amazing. Anyways, we've hit like 32 minutes. I've answered all like 50 or so questions. Some of them required a really long answer. Some of them was really short. I will probably do another one of these now that more people are aware of them. Head over and like my Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to rate and comment. And I think that would be about it. So thank you guys for watching. It's been a good time. And I will see you guys the next time. And until then, enjoy.
No. Nine. Ausrücken.